It's the figure every 90s kid never knew they needed. Nope, not talking about those NECA Golden Girls. Today we're taking a look at Professor Jordan Perry from Secret of the Ooze. This figure popped up on the market. My initial instinct was, why?
I'll give you the tour later, but right now we've got a few questions.
Yeah, a few inquiries.
Yeah, a few, we'll give you a tour later.
But now that I have this thing in hand, I gotta tell you, my initial reaction is shock, dismay, and So let's not waste any time. No need for an intro today. Let's take a look at this box. It's been a while since I've done any NECA packaging. You got that classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2 Secret of the Ooze packaging right there. You got that famous ooze scene right here on the front. Professor Jordan Perry. Had no idea his name was Jordan. By far, not my top Jordan from the 90s on my list. You get a secret look into everything that comes with this figure. You get some sciencey stuff, hard hatty stuff over here on this side because he says he got the job. And look, you get more ooze canisters. Ooze canisters. The Beanie Babies of the NECA world. Top of the box, we get that classic scene of the turtles surrounding Professor Perry, but in figure form. That looks pretty sweet. Can't wait to recreate that. Back of the box, you might think it's that scene again, but no, Professor Perry's pouring it up. I'm sure there's a country song that says something about pouring it up. Insert country song. You get some recreation of some classic scenes from the movie. Side of the box, you get the man at work. This side of the box, you get the man at work. Because sometimes in this gig economy, you gotta do what you gotta do. This economy is crazy. The toy prices are skyrocketing. Bottom of the box, oh, this is my favorite part. If you've seen any of my NECA reviews, bottom of the box is my favorite part. Let's see if I get to do it this time. Got director Randy Falk, Trevor Zammit, and our fan on prototypes, Roger Fernandez. Hermano? Latino? Question mark, it's still there. Still haven't got that answer. It's been like 4 months. Can somebody hit up Roger Fernandez, see if he's Latino, and then tell him to DM me and then he can be on my channel? Go find him. And the sweetest part of this bottom of this box, in loving memory to David Warner, the actor who actually played Professor Perry. And what better way to honor somebody than making a toy out of them? I hope before I pass away, somebody makes a toy out of me, and it better not be a bobblehead. I mean, guys, I already got a QC issue with this figure. This one came straight from the NECA store. Check this out. It's already open. I can't even do my intro or say those 2 magic words because somebody already opened it. You know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Make it quick. Say those 2 magic words.
Oh, baby.
All right, lackluster. It didn't work. I'll just open it myself. That's what we're doing. We're opening it myself. This is pretty awesome and unexpected. We actually get an extra insert for a backdrop here. It's that TGRI office that the turtle snuck into to get that canister of ooze. You got the backdrop right there. And if you got the accessory pack, you can put the computer in there somewhere and they can hack it. You get some good photos out of that, some good B-roll that I probably got right here. Only thing I need is a swivel chair to push these guys around it. Now, there's not a whole lot of scenes that Professor Perry's actually in, but the first time we see him is actually when he's getting interviewed by April O'Neil. The turtles are watching on. And you can tell this wasn't his first interview. He was very self-aware that he likes to ramble, he likes to talk a lot.
So will you be able to edit later on in case I start to ramble, which unfortunately I'm in the habit of doing.
And maybe I should take note of that. But the outfit he was wearing when he was getting interviewed is actually this classic work suit that's right here. You get this orange suit with this hard hat. The hat slips right on there fairly nicely. We'll take it off so we can take a look at his face. Most surprising thing to me once I actually had this thing in hand is how awesome the detail was and how kind of excited I was to actually have it. At first I was like, but after actually having it in hand, I'm actually excited to have this figure. Nice detail on the face here, line work on the lines. Like NECA just does a really good job in paint detail on the skin tone that's on this figure. His hair that's coming down has a lot of detail on it. You got that very prominent chin. You got his little bow tie. And this orange, I don't know if it's because of my lights or not, but it's a very bright orange. So if you put this figure on your display shelf, it's gonna stand out and it's gonna be bright. Don't put it under black lights because that's just gonna make it even more raw. Great detail with the TGRI that's right above his little pocket square. You get a little name tag right here that has this actual image of the actor on there, which is really good. Like if you really take a look at it, zoom in on it, it's an actual photo print of the actor, David Warner. Here's the weirdest part. Now that his legs are kind of thin, but it's really poofy right here. And honestly, it looks like he has a diaper on. Like that's some Depends right there. It doesn't really stand out that much unless like you really take a look at it and like look at it, but it's a diaper. Unfortunately, just the way they had to do the line work and all that, it's kind of funny. His articulation is pretty good. Cold out the box, it's a little bit of chipping of paint that's already on this figure, so I would be careful with like maneuvering it too much. You get some splits out of them, a little bit more than a 90-degree angle out of the elbow, no side-to-side action out of the wrist, but you do get an up and down swivel. doesn't look up much or look down much. There's not a lot of articulation in the head. There's a slight articulation, but it's not a lot. It's just enough. Like you get this and then you get that. Great detail on the boots. I skipped out on the boots when I was talking about detail, but these boots are actually very nice. Like I would wear these boots. Great detail. Like NECA is just great at detail on like the paint work. I've been doing so many SH Figure Arts figures lately that I forgot how good NECA is at detail and how awesome figures are when they actually have some paint on them, which this guy has. It's really awesome. You don't get a lot of kickback on the knee here, but it's Professor Perry. You don't need a lot of articulation out of him because it's not like he was in battle or anything. He was standing over here and he was standing over there. So you just need a lot of standing poses. So this version doesn't get a lot of accessories, but the accessories you do get is mainly for this version of the character. And I would say the more well-known version of the character is Professor Perry in his lab coat and his suit. Still got that little bow tie there. And you do get a different face expression on this guy. This one came with a more stern face and this one is more of a shocked face, or maybe he's saying something, or he's just more surprised. It's more of a like, there's turtles out there. And yes, the heads are swappable, so you can have different looks for each one of the figures. But once again, you got this lab coat, nice detail on it. It is pliable. You can open it up a little bit. And NECA did not skimp out on the quality of this. Like they painted the shirt. Like you can see the shirt all the way on the inside there. They didn't paint it on the back, but it's not like you can really like get back there even. Nice detail and paint work on the belt. These pants look a lot better. He's not wearing a diaper. I guess the diaper is just for work. You work long hours out in the field. Maybe he doesn't like using the porta potty, so it's just wear a diaper. You got some high water pants, aka the Michael Jackson pants, where you can see his socks. You got those boots again. You can see even more detail on these boots. Once again, you get that name tag, same imprint on there. Back of the figure, you get that TGRI on the back, which is kind of weird. I don't know if in the movie he had TGRI on the back of his, but I would actually prefer the lab coat not to have that. But if it's screen accurate, then I guess it's okay. This figure has about the same articulation, that T there, a little bit more than 90 degrees, up and down swivel. The head, same thing, not much of an up and down on it, not much of a kick in the back, ankles, not much at all either. Let's look at probably what you're gonna have the most fun with, which is the accessories for this guy. You get these ooze canisters that you can just throw in a baggie with your million other ooze canisters. You get these notes with some scribbling of words on there. There's no actual words on there, it's just fuzzy letterings. It's gonna look great for photos. And you get a ton of lab stuff. You get this little beaker thingy, you get another little beaker thingy, another beaker thingy, this stand with test tube beaker thingies. You get this jar or vodka bottle, you get this jar or a whiskey bottle, up to you. Get another jar or tequila. Maybe Professor Perry likes to party, I don't know. Then you get the smaller little tube that's right here. And you also get what is kind of my most disappointing thing about this figure, and what I was kind of hoping they would have made, is these two cups right here that he pours the ooze in. If they're gonna give you two, it would have been nice to have one that has a little bit of like orange stuff in there to look like it had the ooze in there that he made when he was with the turtles down in the lair and then gave to Token Razor. Would have been cool to have a little bit of that in there. But the reason why I'm disappointed with this glass is that in the movie, he used actually a Bart Simpson cup, and it would have been nice to get a Bart Simpson cup. That would have been cool, or at least something that looked like it, a glass with some type of detail on here. I guess somebody can make a little tiny Bart Simpson sticker and you can stick it on here. I'm talking to you, Nostalgia Unbox. You're upgrading everything. Upgrade this glass with a little Bart Simpson sticker. Come on. And you also get an extra pair of hands. You get these open grasping hands so you can grab these jars and everything. It's kind of the same hands you get with both of the figures. And as you can see, this guy scales pretty well with the turtles. He's a little bit taller than them, as he should be. He looks pretty good next to Token Razor. He looks great next to Shredder. You can recreate a lot of awesome scenes from the movie. You get some variety in your shelf. And the only thing we're missing for our shelves, I would say, is that Paige Turco version of April. I can't wait till they announce that figure. I hope they do. I hope NECA's working on that. The more figures you can have to recreate scenes from your favorite movies, the better. If you guys want to see how you can have even more figures, you're gonna want to watch my NECA Kino review, where I teach you how you can make a third Kino from the TMNT movie. And if you're just a fan of TMNT, you're gonna want to watch this playlist, where I review some figures from the Mirage line, the Toon line, and one of my favorite figures, that Space Usagi. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.